Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna find you and then yo. I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress if you don't success.
Wait. I already wiped it off, did you? Yeah. That's a clown. Girl, this is a 14 now. You forget. No, I'm just...
Three. What's up, America? Welcome back to another episode of Football and Fantasies with Mo and Keesh, where we discuss all things Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packer football. Now, there was a lot of things going on this week in Dallas in football land. We had some tight games. We had some crazy block punts going on up in here. So we're going to talk about all that. Plus, let you know how we're doing in our fantasy football league this week. But we're going to start things off with that Dallas Cowboy recap. So, Keesh, you want to let us know about that game that happened yesterday?
Or not.
Mm.
Well, the Cowboys, we already knew it was going to be a challenge for them this week. And, yeah, was a game for them to be. Because I feel like last week, you got two mediocre teams battling out. That's one thing. But when you got an I team and your team, yeah. I mean, that.
Can you explain which is which? The I team and the your team?
The I team and my team. And my team, it's like sucks, all right. You know, but because we can be all right at times. But then there are those moments when we play those really all right teams and we suck.
Now, admittedly, I didn't watch the game, but I followed along in the group chat, and y'all were very emotional.
Yeah,
play by play.
Yeah,
especially about CD Lamb.
Well, CD Lamb ended up hurting himself. Hurt his ankle.
Do y'all blame my boo boo?
No,
I feel like y'all blame my boo boo.
No, that wasn't him. He caught the ball.
Okay.
He went and landed. Somebody landed on him. I can't remember. And there he went. Now the good thing is,
so it's an ankle injury.
It's an ankle injury, ankle sprain. We like to say sprain. I think they use the word sprain.
Okay.
So even though he did try to come back in the game, he couldn't make it. So he told him, nope, can't do this. So hopefully he comes back next week. I mean, for me, I
read he's at least 2 weeks out.
Yeah, that ain't gonna hurt me on my team. But as
GB Chicken Monkeys, I'm so sorry.
Your boy's out. But for Cowboys themselves, I really don't know if it made a difference in how they were going to play anyway. With him not being there. So,
that says a lot.
Just kind of was like, oh.
Because he's one of the stars on the team, and Keisha just said it doesn't matter if he was in the game or not. The end result was going to be the end result.
That's how he got started this season. He really hasn't.
But I feel like that's across the board on many teams. Yeah, it's a very slow movement.
That was like,
yeah.
This season they like, oh,
it's like everybody's tired.
Football. Oh,
yeah, everybody's tired except for Lamar Jackson.
Well,
look, let me not jinx myself, but that nigga be slow tonight.
We're recording Monday Night Football tonight. So
yes.
The week team is playing.
Yes.
So we'll see how he pans out tonight. For the most part, yes, he went out, but that field threw for 251 yards with a touchdown. Javonte Williams showed up, and he had 101 of those.
Oh, okay.
You know, I thought was something. I be getting passing yards, receiving yards,
rushing yards.
So Javonte had 76 yards. Only 76 yards.
Okay.
And Turpin, they tried to get into it and struggled, but nothing. And like you said, CD Lamb was out. But Jake Ferguson and Pickens actually came in with 82 and 68 yards and touchdowns out of those. So you still kind of have your ones that you can go to, but the ones that we think should be spitting it like a Saquon St. Brown and a Saquon Barkley. Like we just don't have that on our team.
James Cook.
Yes,
don't got that.
Could be a James Cook too. And so, but the Bears held it down. So the beginning of fantasy, I made a switch. We'll talk about that later. But Browns came through. Caleb had 298 yards, giving 101 yards to Burden. That's where the 101 yards came from.
She got it,
I
y'all.
know, too far.
She got it, y'all.
So anyway, giving him 100 yards and a TD. I don't know how to say his name. Odd Oods. Man, these football players got some weird names, I swear.
Every time I say we're gonna put the name into
right?
Google
Translate.
And you're gonna hear them pronounce it.
It's
So we say it right. But it'll be written on screen. It'll be spelled out. Y'all can pronunciate on your own. Thank you.
But he had 62 yards and a touchdown along with Mo and Keesh. Again, another weird name. K-Met. That's how it's spelled. Keesh, whatever. Anyway, they all
watch the K be silent.
Yeah, I know, right? It just be met. But anyway, they both came in with touchdowns for the Browns. So, you know, my man in the game is always now at this point Aubrey. Because no matter what, just to get us some numbers on the board, Aubrey.
He delivers.
He delivers.
Every time. Consistent.
What we need. So,
consistency.
Yeah, I you know, that was just kind of the game. As everybody knows, we lost yet again. So, on to the next.
On to the next.
But,
now them
up into your,
girl, them Green Bay Packers. Now look, they played the Cleveland Browns, and I thought that this game was going to be cake.
In the back.
It was not. Unfortunately, I was not able to watch it because they are out of our streaming area. I don't have Hulu Live, y'all, so I couldn't. You know,
well, we had it.
They're not local, huh?
We had it where we were.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't watch the game, so I had to follow along on the internet, and I kept being like, "Why is the score not moving?
Okay.
What's happening here? Why are my fantasy points
not adjusting?
Like, what's going on?" Joy Love had a very what do you call that? Mediocre game. Well, okay, it's 183 passing yards, but only one touchdown. So for me, that is mediocre, especially because you did not win the game. Josh Jacobs, he rushed for a few yards. He was hurt last week, so he came back and he went ahead and played. Tucker Kraft was also nursing a knee injury, and because of that, he didn't do much either. So nobody really showed up. They came to play, but they did not. And they fell to the Cleveland Browns. What was it? 13-17? 13-10? 10-13. 10-13. They lost in
the final moments.
Remember the block punts we were talking about? One of them crazy ones happened at the Green Bay Packers game. They blocked that punt.
Well, they got the field goal. They ran into
field goal.
And picked the field goal.
And that was it. That was it. So, yeah, hearts broke all around the land. They are now 2-1 instead of what they should have been. It's 3-0, so that they can be kings of the North.
But they're not. But
they're not.
What was in the water cooler this week with block punts?
I don't know what the water cooler has to do with football and block punts. I don't. Go ahead, tie it together for me, please. Tie it together for me, please.
You know, because they drink the Gatorade and stuff out the water cooler.
Okay, you tied it. Thank you. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, she brought that thing together. Okay.
Drinking the same Gatorade, water, Powerade, whatever the sponsored drink of the NFL is. Something was in it because maybe when I say they was blocking and taking names. So as we said, Green Bay lost to the Browns. Eagles ended up winning that game with number 90. I don't even know his name.
I don't know.
Blocked the punt and then turned around and ran it in for the touchdown.
Bananas.
I had to think about the Vikings. You know, I watched their game. I like their opening ceremony. And I was watching and I'm like, but their defense was
on fire. On fire.
Listen,
on fire.
Kicking them to the ground. Burning.
Sack after sack, forced fumble after forced fumble, turnover that turned into touchdowns.
All of that.
They gave me 32 fantasy points. Thank you, Minnesota Vikings defensive team. Thank you.
I think that's probably going to be the leading scorer in defense.
Yes, absolutely.
This week.
Absolutely. I think ever this season so far. Yes. Now they have not been showing up on the defensive side for the past couple of weeks. But I have faith, and I don't just drop people because they have a poor performance once or twice. I stick it out. I knew they'd show up eventually, and they did, and they came through with those 32 points. So thank you, Minnesota Vikings, defensive line.
Yeah. Kudos.
Now on to our fantasy football update. Keesh.
Yeah. So my highlight for fantasy, I was concerned about my team once and who I was playing against.
And they had a slow start.
Very slow start. However, our race is not over. But I want to, because I have Jalen Hurts as one of my quarterbacks and Trevor Lawrence, but he's on the bench, and I think I'm about to get rid of him. And he's only had like 75% completion, but his throws are averaging about 5 yards, right, a game. So in that game, as I'm watching, I was nervous because he came out really, 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 really slow, and I'm like, come on,
like
bro.
snail mail slow.
I'm trying to beat somebody.
She want to beat somebody.
I want to break his winning streak. You're not helping me.
No, he was
But
not.
then when it came into the second half, I don't know, he woke up, he had his coffee, he drank some of that cooler Gatorade.
He had that pep talk during halftime.
You be ferocious. You be relentless.
So he came out and finished with 32 points. Thank you, Jalen Hurts. So
good job.
I did, last show I was struggling with my quarterbacks. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to deep dive into some of these people. So Caleb Williams' name came up. So I'm reading, I'm like, oh, okay. Bears, I had Zoom and I can't think of my other player I had from Bears. So I said, I'm going to give him a chance because they talking real highly about this dude. And we playing the Cowboys. What I got to lose?
Nada.
Nothing. So I went with Caleb, and I'm so glad he has earned a spot in my lineup because he came off with 13-5 points for me at the end of that game. So I got high hopes that I'm going to win my game again.
I think she's going to win her game. She's in the lead. And I noticed that Vegas Baby made some changes this week, and I couldn't understand why.
Yeah,
I'm like, your team is really high scoring. What are you doing?
But Daniels was out one.
So
he didn't have Jaden Days, but I don't even know what kind of points he's been putting up. So I don't know if he switched him out, but I did see he switched the feed.
Yeah, and the players that he picked up,
I don't know.
They didn't do much or nothing.
AI service didn't service you well this week.
It did not. It did not. You gotta listen to your gut on some of these things. I am behind on my game, but I am still favored to win because GB Chicken Monkeys has nobody left to play. And I have my quarterback playing today, and I also have Jason Bates of the Detroit Lions as my kicker. So I think I'm only like 25 points behind. So I should come out with the W today. I know GB Chicken Monkeys wanted to get his lick back from that spanking that he got over and over again last year. And in all seriousness, Keisha, he is the one person that I'm okay losing to because he's so humble. And I'll be like, oh.
And he takes his L's.
He gracefully. So GB Chicken Monkeys, we'll see what happens. I'm okay if I lose, but I'm really okay if I win. Okay. My team did okay overall. Of course, the Minnesota Vikings gave me those 32 points. Everybody else, they did they did enough to keep me in the running. So
well, hopefully Amon doesn't show me up and Derrick Henry and Flowers and Laporta come to play.
We'll see.
Some time. And see, I have those three, but the way that Flowers and Henry did last week, I can still lose because if Amon has a blast off game tonight.
This is true, but however, I noticed that Las Vegas Baby has Montgomery, who is on the Detroit Lions, on the bench. See what I mean? Like he made some weird changes, and I don't know why. I don't know. So yeah.
Maybe he thought his team was stronger. But anyway, but our week 2 winners from last week were Vegas Baby, GB Chicken Monkeys, and Unicorn Collective. But this week, the leaders at this moment, as we're stating, are Haters Bow Down.
Who's gonna stay a leader?
And Sheila the D.
Who's gonna stay a leader?
And GB's Chicken and Monkeys.
Who I hope does not stay a leader.
So, oh my God.
So that brings us, you guys, to our fantasy of the week, where we decide on who is not only the hottest player of the week, but who also performed well and brought in those fantasy football points. So this week's fantasy of the week is Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. As you know, he was Keisha's quarterback, and he brought in 35.12 points in fantasy football land. Now,
that's what leading tonight.
Right, leading tonight. Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff are still playing, but we've already made our decision because ain't no way Jamar Jackson was going to be the hottest fantasy football player of the week.
And Lamar Jackson.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought
I said Lamar Jackson. I did. As much as I love him. But honorable mention to Isaiah Rodgers, quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. He had two of those turnovers on the defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings. He had an interception that he ran back for 87 yards. He actually forced 2 fumbles, and one of those fumbles he ran back for 67 yards for a touchdown. So, and Isaiah Rodgers is a cutie. So just FYI, check them out. Check those eyes, girls.
I'm like, ooh.
Check those eyes, girls. So coming up next week, we have the big game. The Dallas Cowboys. I was about to say the Cowboy Packers. Girl. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. This is the game where Micah Parsons comes on home.
To Dallas. Returns to Dallas. And of course, y'all know those are our teams.
Those are our teams. So what are your thoughts about Micah Parsons coming home?
I think he's going to gun for Dak for sure.
Wait, now hold on. I have a problem with this. I don't know how to root.
That's what
I don't know how to root.
That's what he's there to do. You bragged about all that. Last week we got Micah Parsons. He gonna run over the quarterback, and now that he's about to run your man down.
I don't know how I feel about y'all. This is the conflict for me. This is a conflict for me.
Yes, so I definitely see him gunning for Dak. Will he be victorious?
You think he's gonna do like a gentle touch though? He gonna tackle him softly? No, he gonna take him all the way down. Look, Dak is not the reason he didn't get no money.
I know it's not.
Okay,
but he wears the star, and that's who they're playing against. And I would think they expect nothing but ruggedness and what they feel they picked Michael Parsons up for.
That's true.
In this game,
that's true.
Will he reign supreme?
Yes, we have it. What are your predictions? You think the Cowboys are going to win? You think Green Bay Packers are going to beat them?
Winning and losing? I don't know, because if I were coaching, I would definitely be in my offensive line's ass, just because we know Parsons is coming for us.
And Parsons knows your plays, so I hope you changed up that playbook.
So it's like that would be my line focus now. I think if they could actually have that together, I've seen them come together and make stops. If we have that Cowboys team, if we don't have that Cowboys team, we're not gonna win. And of course, Green Bay is known for dragging our asses through the mud. Anyways,
this is true.
You know,
I don't know the last time y'all won a game against Green Bay.
I didn't tell you either myself.
I'm gonna drop that stat down here.
So, so I believe it will be a close game. I think it will be definitely a good game.
Exciting game.
It's definitely going to be a party out here in the DFW and stuff to see out here in Ashdown.
We'll be in one of these locations to watch the game somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know where. But, however, it's going down.
Yeah, if we decide before I finish editing this video, that'll be right there.
Okay.
So thank you guys. That's all we got this week. Yeah. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can follow us on all platforms at Blonde Entertainment NK. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. That was pretty good. You didn't come what? Good night, America.
Ready or not.